Hello students, in the previous presentation we have discussed about three salts that were sodium chloride, sodium hydroxide and bleaching powder, that is CaOCl2. Three more are there in your syllabus, which are baking soda, washing soda and plaster of Paris. In this presentation we'll be dealing with these three salts. Let's start up with baking soda. Baking soda, the chemical formula is NaHCO3, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, or it is also known as sodium bicarbonate. The main raw ingredient for making baking soda is sodium chloride only. So let's see how this baking soda is formed. It is formed from ammonia, brine, that is NaCl solution and carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide and ammonia is passed through NaCl solution, then it results in the formation of sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda, and ammonium chloride. As sodium bicarbonate is slightly soluble in water, so it do not get dissolved in water and thus it can be removed by filtration. Different uses of baking soda are, one of the most important use of baking soda is in the formation of baking powder. Now in baking powder, sodium bicarbonate reacts with some of the edible acids, mild edible acids, which may be tartaric acid or any other acid. Then it is known as baking powder. So when this baking powder is heated up, while you are cooking, so it will get the heat and it will result in the liberation of carbon dioxide gas, water and sodium salt of that particular acid is formed. Suppose we are taking here tartaric acid, so the salt formed will be sodium tartrate, and this carbon dioxide gas is being released, which is responsible for the spongy nature of the food product. The cakes, the idli and all, they have got a spongy texture because of the liberation of carbon dioxide gas. Next use is, it is used as an antacid to neutralize the amount of acid, excess amount of acid which is released in the stomach. Here it is a neutralization reaction. Sodium bicarbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid of the stomach to form sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide gas is released. Third use is, it is also used in soda acid fire extinguisher. In the picture you can see, in soda acid fire extinguisher, two components are there, sulfuric acid and sodium bicarbonate solution. So when the knob is pushed, then the sulfuric acid reaches to sodium bicarbonate solution. As a result, the reaction takes place and the products formed are sodium sulfate, water and carbon dioxide. These three things are formed, and you all know that carbon dioxide is not a supporter of combustion. In fact, it cuts off the supply of oxygen and thus help in extinguishing the fire. So these were the three uses of baking soda. Let's continue with the next salt, that is washing soda. Formula of washing soda is Na2CO3.10H2O. It is also known as sodium carbonate decahydrate. Why decahydrate? Because here it is having 10 molecules of H2O. Therefore, it is called decahydrate. So you can see the formula, it is written here .10H2O. So what does this 10H2O represents? It is representing the water of crystallization. Okay, now water of crystallization is basically a fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of salt, and it is basically responsible for the crystalline structure of the salt. Whosoever salt is having this dot water molecules, that is water of crystallization, these salts are known as hydrated salts. And when these hydrated salts are heated up, then they lose their water of crystallization and they also use their crystalline structure. So now let's study how it is prepared. It is prepared by Solvay process, which is also known as ammonia soda process. In this process, there are different stages. Let's start up with the first one. In the first stage, both ammonia and carbon dioxide gases are passed through brine solution or sodium chloride solution. As a result, mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate and ammonium chloride is formed. You can see this reaction is very similar to the first one which we have studied just now, that is formation of baking soda. It is the same process. Till here the same process is there, and we know that the sodium bicarbonate is not very soluble in water. So what will happen? It can be separated by filtration. After it is being filtered, then it is heated strongly. Then sodium hydrogen carbonate decomposes to give sodium carbonate. Water and carbon dioxide is formed. But here it is only Na2CO3. It is not having any water of crystallization. So we call it as sodium carbonate, or it is also known as soda ash. And here its state is anhydrous. Why anhydrous? Because it is not containing any water of crystallization with it. Next step will be anhydrous sodium carbonate is dissolved in water and the solution is concentrated, and on cooling it gives hydrated sodium carbonate, or which is also known as washing soda. So there are three steps. First one was same to that of a baking soda. Then this baking soda is heated to form anhydrous sodium carbonate. Anhydrous sodium carbonate is mixed with water to form hydrated sodium carbonate or washing soda. Now let's see the different uses. It is basically used in soap and glass preparation, removal of permanent hardness of water, and it is also known as for formation of borax. Borax is basically sodium tetraborate. It is a powdery white substance which is used as a cleaning product to get rid of stains, and sometimes some insects like mold, mildews are also there. They can be removed by using this borax. It is also used in laundry for washing clothes. The washing soda is being used. Now let's continue with the third salt, that is plaster of Paris. The formula is CaSO4 dot half H2O. Again in the formula you can see it contains water of crystallization. So how it is formed? It is formed by heating gypsum. Gypsum, the formula for gypsum is CaSO4 dot 2H2O. It is also known as calcium sulfate dihydrate. At about 373 Kelvin it is heated. So what will happen? It will lose its water molecules and it will become calcium sulfate hemihydrate, that is CaSO4 dot half H2O, and this is known as plaster of Paris. You must have heard the word POP, plaster of Paris. It is also used in fractures and all. So let's see the reaction. Reaction takes place. CaSO4 dot 2H2O, that is your gypsum is there, or calcium sulfate dihydrate. When it is heated, the temperature plays a very important role here. The temperature should be not more than 140 degrees Celsius. Then it will split as CaSO4 dot half H2O plus 1.5 H2O gets separated. But you know that there is nothing like half H2O. The correct formula is that two molecules of CaSO4 are sharing 1 molecule of water. So to simplify the formula, it is written as CaSO4 dot half H2O. But on mixing with water again, it changes to gypsum, and again it changes into a hard solid mass. Okay, so the reaction again, it will change like this. CaSO4 dot half H2O, this is your plaster of Paris or calcium sulfate hemihydrate, and when it again mixes with water or with moisture also, then it will again form gypsum, that is a hard mass. Let's see the different uses. Basically, plaster of Paris is used for making false ceilings like this. It is also used for making the statues, and it is also used in hospitals for setting the fractures of bones to ensure the correct healing, because it solidifies. Okay, so these were the 3 salts. I hope you all have understood. This completes your lesson number 2, acid, bases and salts. Thank you so much.